Contracts, particularly given the links with Madrid and Trent at the moment as well. But what's happening as regards Trent's contract, Mo's contract, Virgil van Dijk's contract at the moment?
What is happening is that they were with the national teams. Trent scored a fantastic free kick, like you probably saw. So yeah, same question, same answer. There will always be talks about our players, and it's a good thing that you ask about it. That means that they do really well. Because if they would have played badly, let's not say shit this time, then you probably wouldn't have asked. So it's a good thing that everybody wants their contract to be renewed, because that tells me, and I also see this, that they do really well. But I cannot tell you anything about that at this place.
What about then the injury situation at the moment? Obviously, it's the first time we've spoken to you since Alisson was ruled out until after the next international break. I take it that that's obviously a blow to you, although we expect Keller to come back this weekend. McAllister, did he come through okay? How's Chiesa as well?
Alisson is for sure not with us in the upcoming weeks. That's clear. So that's a blow for him and for us, because I think he did really well this season, and he did so well for this club for so many years. Now the good thing is, and I said this many times, that Cruyff did really well for us in previous years and this season also. So we have a good replacement, but you always want all your players available. Now we've got quite some issues from players coming back from the national teams. And we can only judge that perfectly today, because today is the first time that they are all in, and the first time that they are all training together again. So let's see after the session where everybody is. Maka missed one game, McAllister missed one game, you're right, played the second one. Costas missed out the first game against England. So I can name them all, but we've got a few issues going on, and let's wait and see where we are after today.
Was Endo as well as actually one?
Endo as well, yeah, also sick. Yeah, he was sick.
You've said a few times this season that the fixture list up to this point has been kind to you. So how do you view the next week with Chelsea to come, then Leipzig, then Arsenal, and what could maybe this week tell you about the ability of your squad to challenge for the biggest honours this season?
If you judge your team only on a week, that would not be fair. So I think we have to judge us as a team after this spell of games, not 3 of them, but 6, 7 or 8 of them. Then we know better how we act and how we perform if we play tough Champions League games and tough league games. That is normal in everybody's season, and we know how difficult it is. We've seen that ourselves 2 years ago when we played Champions League. We've seen this last season with Manchester United, and the only ones who showed that they can perform Champions League and in the league are City and Arsenal in the last 2 seasons. So now it's up to us, but I don't think it's fair to judge us after a week. Even though if we do really well, it wouldn't be fair. But if the best way to judge us is in 4 weeks.
Chelsea, the only other team apart from yourselves with a 100% win record on the road. Is this your biggest challenge so far in the league?
If you look at the league table, it is. I think Manchester United is a very good team, a top club in England that has spent a lot of money to even make the team better again. Same for Chelsea in this season. Chelsea does really well. So if you look at the league table, then they are the ones that might be our toughest opponent. But it's not always about the league table. Sometimes it's about the form of the day. It's about their game plan. So we had some difficulties with Wolves as well, who are bottom of the league, I think. So, but it is a challenge, that's for sure.
You faced the lowest shots in the league this season. Clear that you're not giving teams any opportunities, particularly with Cole Palmer, Noni Madueke being in such good form. How important will it be to keep up that good defensive form against Chelsea?
No, very important. If you want to achieve something in the season, you need to be defensively really stable, and we've been that till now. Again, fixture list we have to take into account as well. And now we face even better players, because I agree with you that Chelsea, like Man United, has a lot of great individuals, which we have to try to to manage, to control. And that's not what one player does. That's what we have to do as a team. But we must not forget to create our own chances as well, because if you want to win, you need to score as well. And fortunately, and good thing for us is that we have players that can score goals. So yeah, looking forward to a very interesting game on Sunday.
You made your side slightly smaller in the summer, whereas Chelsea have kind of gone the other way, spent a lot of money on creating a pretty huge squad. What have you made of their approach?
It's not up to me to say something about an approach. The only thing I saw and see is that they were already really successful in the second half of last season. And I think that's always a good... If a team does really well in the second half of the season, it's a good forecast, is that the right word to use, to what you can expect from them the next season. And they even got some new players in, some very good players in. So for me, it's not and a very good manager they brought in. So then for me, it's not a surprise that they just keep continuing the results that they had the second half of the season. And it's a young team. That's the first thing that I see. A lot of them have long-term contracts, but I think they are in a good place at the moment. If I look at the quality they have, if I look at the way they play, so they got a lot of criticism in recent years. But if you look at them where they are now, I think they are already a big threat for the top 3, top 4 positions, and they will be this in the upcoming years if they can continue bringing good players in and keeping this squad in place.
Conor Bradley captains Northern Ireland over the international break at the age of just 21. Very able to captain your national side. What's the future got in store for him at Liverpool?
I think it's going to be a bright future for him because he's a very good player, and very good players is what we need here at Liverpool. And he's done last season especially really well when he had to replace Trent, and now Trent has played a lot, but he's a very good player. And although he has big competition from Trent, normally very good players find their way into the team, and that's what I also expect with him in the future at this club.
Thank you. Arne, we've seen Virgil produce some of his best football on the pitch. Just wondered, across your first few months, if you can give us an idea of just how crucial as captain he has been as you've kind of settled in your early few months here.
He has been crucial for us, like many others, but Virgil definitely as well. From what you guys see on the pitch, so there we see all the same how good he is still is in defense, how much he attributes to our offensive side of our play. But what you guys don't see and what I do see is how important he also is on the training ground. So he's always the one that's most loud during the sessions. He always brings a lot of energy into our sessions and quality as well. So yeah, what you see during the weekends is also what I see during the weeks, and that's what you are hoping for if you have a captain that is not only showing his performances in the weekends, but also during the week. He's definitely our leader.
And he came back a little bit early this time after being ruled out of that second game for the Netherlands. Were you surprised to see him come in for a bit of criticism for that decision, especially with so much talk about workload and scheduling? I think you referenced that the rest was important to him.
Yeah. If you are not coming from Holland, it might be a surprise. If you're coming from Holland, then you know that it's all about criticism. The Dutch media is all about. So now I exaggerated a bit, but if there is a chance to criticize someone, a Dutch person, maybe not media, but Dutch people in general, will find a way of criticizing you. I don't think he deserved this because he played some very good games for the Dutch national team in his last few games as well. But so that is not a surprise for me. Is it a surprise that he gets criticism? Yes, it is. Maybe not by Dutch media, but in general, I would say that's a surprise, because if you are in this schedule, in this fixture list, it's completely normal that you have a few days off. Some other players in Holland, which you don't know, didn't come because they were tired. So yeah, how on earth you can criticize a player that has played every game for us and played the Euros? That comes, but yeah, it's Dutch media.
Carl?
Just to go back on Trent again, he's had another good international break, came back with the Man of the Match award. We all know he's talented, but what does it say about him that he can play so well in a position he's never played before at Leicester?
Why he played so well?
Yeah.
Oh, I cannot give you that answer because I haven't seen the game. I did saw his free kick. But I think a bit similar to what I just said about Connor, good players will always find their way into the team. And they will always find a way of playing well, especially if they have good teammates and play in a good team. And that's what Trent has. The national team of England has a lot of very good players, and Trent is one of them. And if you then play the likes of Finland and Greece, with all due respect, then normally these quality players will play good games. Although they did lose against Greece, but if Trent plays against Finland with the teammates he has, you can play him, I think, in every position, and he will play a good game.
I think he's seen as a solution to a lot of problems sometimes with just his abilities. He's obviously taken on more responsibility. I mean, how's he been for you with taking on responsibility in the team for you?
He's been very good for us till now. He was and is still important in our attacking part of our game, and I also like the way he's defended till now in the games he played for us. So I think he made a step up in that perspective. So he's. But like for all the others, there's still room for improvement. That's clear. But he's done very well for us this season, and I think he's done really well for the national team as well. Because if I'm correct, from the 4 games he played, he was 3 times man of the match. It's quite a good score. Let's hope that he's going to be man of the match for us once in a while now as well. Although I think Ibu wants to be it, but.
No.
Hi Arne, I'm curious as to how you spend your time over this international break, because we've spoken quite a few times about the intense period to come, but also we are 10 games into your tenure and other team analysts and coaches have now got plenty of data to understand the tactics and tendencies of Arne Slot's Liverpool and try to find ways to counteract them. So with that in mind and the period to come, I'm interested, did you want to give yourself a bit of a mental break, a bit of a reset, or have you been hunkered down trying to counteract all the counteractions?
I think a bit of both, but it starts off with the first thing you said, take a mental break. That's why I think it's so normal that Virgil didn't stay with the team, but came back. Because at certain moments, managers but also players need these mental breaks. It's not that it's too hard for us physically, but especially not for me because I'm not playing, but mentally it is sometimes, it asks a lot from you. But I think I came back on Tuesday, back to Liverpool. Yeah, then you start thinking about Chelsea, thinking about Leipzig, thinking about what we have to improve, what other teams can try to come up with. So it's a bit of both, but if I'm back home, I'm quite good in then not thinking about football. Although it's never completely out of your head, but more than it is when I'm here.
No.
Just on Alisson, he's obviously out for muscle injury. He has one last game as well, which is a little bit unexpected for a goalkeeper maybe. Is that something that comes down to bad luck, or is the medical department looking into that, into why he's picking up these issues?
It's a bit uncommon for goalkeepers. For me it's common because the goalkeeper I had at Feyenoord also had his issues with injuries and also muscle injuries, but that's not what you see a lot. So these two are more an exception. So yeah, we are looking into it. What could be the reason? One of the things we all know is if you had one, then the chances of getting another one always go up. So we've tried to be really careful with him. But maybe it's a good moment also for me to explain one more time, because I think there was a bit of rumor about me saying before the game that I don't mind the 12:30 kickoff. And that is still what I think. So 12:30 kickoff is not a problem because we train at the same time. But what might be, and that's what I said after the game, what might be something to think about for the English FA, if you play on Wednesday evening a Champions League game, then to play on Saturday 12:30 might be a disadvantage when it comes to injuries. So the time to play 12:30 is for me no problem at all. But if you play so shortly after playing on a Wednesday evening, fortunately it was a home game, not an away game, that might be also something what we should take in consideration. And for me, as well, although it's so hard to change all your 11 players only because you play 2 days later, that is, yeah, in retrospect, I might have chosen Queef instead of Allison, but like you said, you don't expect a goalkeeper to pick up a muscle injury. But I know one thing, so I just said about the Dutch media, and not all of them are the same, of course, but what is very good in Holland is that I'm 99.9% sure that all the teams that play Champions League in the upcoming week don't play on a Sunday. They get extra rest to be the best possible way prepared for the Champions League game. And that is not something is common here in England. You just say you have so many good players. You get your results in Europe no matter what. So we decide the fixture list, and we don't take Champions League.
Have you got for us any players returning, any fresh injury worries after the international break?
No, finally we are all available, so we have all the squad available, unless the suspended one.
What goes into your thinking there, because you have to make 2 enforced changes in a back 4?
Yeah, it's not a problem. I said since we start that I'm very happy with the squad. I'm very happy with the players that we are using. Since we start, we try to share a little bit minutes between all the competition we have. So we have 2 suspended players that they are not able to play, and we're gonna find different players that they can play.
Will Reece James be in the squad for Sunday?
He's available. Yeah, finally he's back. He worked with us all the international break, and it's a good news, especially for him, because being injured is not a good feeling. So finally he's back.
It's been so difficult for him, for any athlete, to continually come back and get injured again. What have you done different as a medical team, as a club this time? And do you feel that this is different, or is it difficult to know that and predict that?
No, it's always it's complicated when you get injury again. It's not easy, so you are always looking for a solution. Probably the solution with Reece is the same solution we are using with Romeo and Wes, in terms of using them just once a week, one game, because probably in this moment, for different reasons, Reece's body cannot play, for instance, twice a week. So probably one of the solutions is that we're gonna try to manage him in the same way we are doing with Wes and Romeo.
Given the unbeaten run that the team is on at the moment, your manager of the month, Cole Palmer player of the month, it feels like the team is enjoying a good spell. How much are you relishing this run of tough Premier League fixtures over the next 4 games, starting with Liverpool at Anfield, which has always been quite a special fixture for Chelsea fans?
I think it's especially a game for all the clubs. Liverpool is nice environment, fantastic. We are excited to play this kind of game, but in the same time, I think all the games that we played until now, no one of them has been easy. All the Premier League games, they are difficult, they are not easy. And as I said, we're going to try to do our best and prepare the game in the best way we can and try to get points.
And away from club football for just a moment, Thomas Tuchel is the New England head coach. I just wondered what your reaction is to that. Do you think he's a good fit for England?
Just to say all the best to Thomas and nothing more. I think if people in charge decide for him, I think it's because they are convinced, and I'm not the one that I can judge if it's right or wrong. The only thing I can say, all the best to him, his staff, and no more than that.
Some reports that he has been in touch to maybe take some of your staff away. I don't know can you say on that? And if they do go, can they combine the roles?
I know that one of them has been approached, that is one of the analysts, and we are quite open to leave people to take their chances in case they want to take it. And the other one, I think, Ilario, I heard something, but there's been not any approach yet. So this is the only thing I know. But as I said, we are open. This is the only thing I know. But as I said, we are open-minded in terms to allow people to take chances, and also we are happy to keep people that they want to stay, and the one that they want to go, they can go.
Go to Nick.
Hi, Enzo. Good afternoon. I read an interesting article this morning by Graham Potter, the former Chelsea manager. He spoke about Moises Caicedo. Perhaps you read it as well. What do you think, since you started working with Moises, what do you think you done to help him? Because it feels like now we're seeing the real Moises Caicedo.
I don't know, probably it's more a question for him. The only thing I can say is that, as I said already many times, I really believe that to improve as a team, you need to improve the players. And we are trying to, not only with the Moi, but with all the players, to dedicate them time, to spend time with them for extra work, almost every day. At the end of the session, we keep players for extra work. And Mo is one of the players, so we are happy in the way he's playing. We didn't have any doubt about him as a player, as a person, and we are very happy in the way he's playing in this moment.
Question about Jadon Sancho, please. All of your years working in management in Italy and in England as well, you ever came across a player like Jadon in terms of the excitement he brings to the team, to all of the fans?
Yeah, Jadon is doing well. The only thing he has to do is to continue in the same way, work hard every day. And as I said many times, for sure he's going to help us, because we really believe that he's a special player. But the only way to confirm that is to work every day hard, and to never be happy, in terms always be ambitious, and more and more and more.
Liverpool away this weekend. Arne Slot obviously inherited a very good group of players, a very good solid foundation over there. But were you surprised with the way both Arne Slot and the players managed to adapt to the new reality so quickly? Because it looks very, very promising.
Yeah, they are doing fantastic. Very good players, very good manager, very good club. It's already many years that Liverpool is there, so it's continuing to do that, and I think it's something very, very, very important for them.
John?
Enzo, you mentioned Reece James would only be able to play one game a week. Is that for the foreseeable future, or will you slowly try and build him up, or is he just physically not going to be able to do that going forward?
In this moment, I think can be the solution. Now in the future, I don't know. But if we want to build something with him in terms of physical condition, probably the solution is to allow him, to go slowly, and to use him once a week, and then hopefully in the future we can use him more during the week. But in this moment, probably we need to think to use him once a week.
It's going to be a difficult decision, because obviously Malo Gusto's been playing really well as well for you now, when they're both flying for that.
Yeah, it's difficult, but at the same time it's nice, because you know that one of them, the one that I choose, is going to do well. So this is a good feeling.
So no Cucurella this week. Will it be a chance for Ben Chilwell possibly to come into the squad, or maybe start?
Yeah, we have. I said Chile is one of our player. Unfortunately, in the last, unless yesterday that he joined the session, the previous day for 3-4 days he was ill, so he didn't get any session. And we see how it is today and tomorrow.
And Liverpool away, will this be a chance to gauge where you are in your progress coming up against a title challenger?
We're gonna approach the game not thinking where we are. We're gonna approach the game trying to prepare the game in the best way, and as I said, try to get points there. But it's not this game that is going to define where we are. If we win, we solve all the problem, and in case we lose, no, it's just a process, it's just a game, and as I said, we're going to try to do our best and prepare the game.
Would you rather play them at a different time? Obviously, you've had the international break, you haven't had all your players, you've had players coming back at different times from different parts of the world, and then you've got to go to Anfield to play Liverpool.
No, yeah, I think for them it's more or less the same. The only difference is that they play at home, but we try to adapt to the fixtures.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Hi Enzo, hope you're well. How would you assess your start to life as Chelsea manager now you've been here for a couple of months now?
Very happy because what I expected in terms of players and level and style, I can see clearly that is there. I said already many times that no matters in this moment who is going to play, you can see clear the way we want to play 2-3 months ago. But very happy because first of all the club is, I said, it's one of the best clubs in the world, and I'm very excited to play with and I feel very lucky to spend my time and to share my times with this squad that I'm very happy.
Talked about the tough run of fixtures coming up next. 3 out of the next 4 Premier League games, you face Liverpool, Manchester United, Arsenal. People maybe talking about it being the first real test that Chelsea have had under your leadership. What are you hoping to see from some of those big games over the next few weeks?
I said I don't think that Sunday game define a little bit where we are. I think in this moment we have to be focused on things that we want to improve. That is the most important thing. As you said, the first game is Liverpool, then we have 2-3 more games. But I don't have the feeling that Nottingham was easy game, or Brighton was easy game, or West Ham away, or Bournemouth away was easy game. I think the Premier League is probably the best league in the world, and it's because it's the tough league in the world. So every game is difficult, and it will be exactly the same in the next 3 or 4, or in the next 25 games that we have.
Lastly, I wanted to ask you about Cole Palmer as well. You've been asked lots about him in the last couple of weeks, but for England in the international break, he was used a little bit differently as a more defensively against Greece. Lee Carsey said he might even consider playing him at left back at some point. I wondered what you thought of the way he was used by England, and whether you could see him playing in a different position for Chelsea like he has for England recently.
I can say the way we use Cole, then the way a different manager, or Lee in this case, use Cole is because probably he saw something, but in the way we are using Cole, I think it's quite clear.
It's great. Best of luck this weekend. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll finish this section with Bobby.
Hi Enzo.
Sorry.
I wanted to ask about Malo Gusto. This season his role has changed a lot from what we saw last season. He was overlapping a lot last season under Pochettino, but this season he's coming inside a lot more. How do you think he's doing?
Fantastic. Very happy with Malo. He's giving us many things, many good things. He's helping the process the way we want to play a lot. We are happy with him. We are happy with Renato, the times that he has to play inside. But for sure Malo is doing very well. And for the age he has and how mature he is in terms of player, it's top.
And do you think when Reece James is fit and available, he will be able to fit into the similar sort of role as Malo?
First of all, he has to be fit, and then slowly we see. But now the most important thing for Reece is that finally he's fit, and we see now the way we are going to use him. That fortunately, as I said, we have many players that they are versatile and they can play in different positions.